passion, the unright, feel the rush beyond the night. In the ring we clash and fight, NXT it's dynamite. Sense the top, we tell no lies, every move a new surprise. Bruises blackened under skies, warriors with hungry eyes. NXT, time with dog, no mercy, hear the fans talk. Sweat and blood, we never stop, drum and bass, the heartbeat dropped. Steel cage shadows looming large, bodies flying, combat charge. Champions belt, it feels so close, breaking limits, pushing those. Hear the echoes, crowds run scream, in this ring we live the dream. Grimy beats, a ruthless team, reality tougher than it seems. Master Avenger, hero falls, rising up through battle's calls. Take the hit and risk it all, NXT, we stand tall. We stand tall.
Yes, y'all. Welcome to another episode of PUWF's NXT Time with D-Walk. This your boy, D-Walk. Like I said, every time we watch wrestling, listen to wrestling is a beautiful thing. It's exciting. Wrestling is coming back to life. And I got guests. You never know who will pop up and, holler at me, I got the Invisible Man. I got my partner, Mr. Joe BNCO. What's up, bro? How y'all doing?
I'm doing okay.
Joe, go first, please.
I'm doing fine. Doing fine. We'll talk about it. I'm doing fine. It'll be okay.
Yeah, we didn't tell him to say that. It's all him, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna find out later. Mr. Dennis, how was your initial impression of the CW NXT, or I like to call it NXTW?
I was very impressed. Very impressed. Like I said, it went back to wrestling, going back to when you don't expect stuff to happen. Wrestling have gone back to like, damn, I wasn't expecting that and everything, instead of we knowing what, like, us wrestling people, us true wrestling fans, we could predict what's happening and everything. I mean, even though the crazy stuff that happened, we know people who missing and we know who, like, what's about to happen. But it's still exciting to us just to see, like, people return back from injuries and everything, and see what's going on with them, and see what kind of impact they'll make.
Yeah.
And to me, it was a beautiful thing.
Was it just me, guys, or did you notice that the NXT logo and those titles kind of look like AEW titles and logo slightly?
Ooh, me and Dennis talked about this offline. Before we continue, let's talk about that, because that was it. But let's talk about the fact the first thing we saw in the show was CM Punk wearing a cowboy hat and wearing obviously stuffing himself with a 12-inch dildo in his pants to simulate that he had a big package. And the joke was that Shawn Michaels and Triple H, well-known homosexual jokers over the years, were saying, "Oh, you gotta take that off." And he's like, "What?" And he looks down at his pants. He's like, "No, not that," because that would suffice to say that he had a 12-inch dildo in his pants. No, he said the cowboy hat. So he took the cowboy hat. I forgot Shawn Michaels is bald. Thus started the show. We had a hip hop intro, but yeah, talk about that, please. That was, oh God. Let's go.
The intro wasn't bad. The intro wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
it was okay. I mean, it's a fresh start.
Yeah,
gotta start somewhere.
Okay, I guess.
I wasn't expecting them to start by ripping off AEW, but I mean I guess they got to start somewhere.
Yeah, that was I called it the Decepticons from the Michael Bay era belts because that's the same colors as the Decepticons.
Yeah.
It's gray, black, and like it's just
Silver, gold, and black.
yeah. That
Yeah.
I mean, motherfuckers, Power Rangers have done it better with colors. What like you couldn't like anybody in the back could have seen anything like thinking
Went
about
from
it
black
now.
and black and gold to Rainbow Warriors, and now we're silver, gold, and black. I thought I kept hearing silver and gold for Christmas when I was watching that shit.
They're very robotic. They look very robotic. The women's and the men's have no distinction between them.
No.
There's no color between them except for the same colors, and it just one's black and one's silver on a black backdrop. I'm like, okay.
Same with the world title and the women's world title on Raw. They look identical. Same with SmackDown. They look identical.
They're making it gender neutral. I mean,
Yeah,
financially it's smart, but like artistically, it looks like shit.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate the fact about it every time. Like to me, every title is supposed to look creative. To me, every title is supposed to look different. Like the world title is supposed to look different. The IC title is supposed to look different. To me, I'd rather have them bring back the European title over the goddamn, what is it, the US title.
Two things. You did notice that Jey Uso added blue accents to the IC title.
Yeah.
But
that's how the IC title used to be still.
Now, and
IC
two,
title,
I think he did that for his dad. And then two, as much as people shit on AEW, I think their titles are way nicer.
Oh yeah, even MJF's made up one that he customized one to like make. And it makes sense. But look, we'll talk about titles on PWF. We'll talk about this next.
It looked like Sixth Grade just made that title.
That's what I mean. They're making it gender neutral. Netflix has to look at it and be like, "Oh wow, neutral."
I've seen better high school gym titles.
But to be fair,
I can make better titles. I can make better titles on WWE 2K24 myself.
I know, but if we look at the history of WWE belts, they have always been more misses than hits. Let's not forget the copper and silver tag team belts, and then other things. The red WWE Universal belt that was just red. It was ridiculous. Like a lot of things have happened on that. Let's not digress. This is your show, D-Walk. Let's start the show with a bang.
Yeah. But at least, look, give me 3 good titles WWE had.
Currently or had?
Titles. Give me 3 of your favorite titles WWE had.
Okay. I'll go. Wing belt, Austin belt, hardcore belt.
Okay.
That's it.
What's your deal?
Winged Eagle would be number 1.
Yeah.
Number two, I'm going to go with the big gold belt because I enjoyed it.
Yes, gold belt. Yeah, that would be my 5th.
And for number 3, I'm going to go with the $1 Million Championship.
$1 Million belt? Okay, I respect that. My 4th was going to be like TNT belt, but the TNT belt color when Brody had it. Like that, like it has a stamp of memory for my life with that.
Oh no, he's talking about WWE titles though.
Oh my bad. Okay, fuck. Other than that, I mean my 4th by submission would be like the IC belt, but the IC belt when it used to be between the Randy Orton Mr. Perfect era.
Okay,
I like those years. 80s,
the Shawn Michaels era, like the Shawn Michaels IC title run when he had the white strap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I guess. But again, we can talk about this on Saturday in the PWF. I want to talk about NXT. People are crapping on it. D-Walk, this is your show. Tell us why. Is it bad or is it good?
Man, NXT is a revival. NXT is coming back to me. Like I said, this week, NXT made its debut to the CW. and it was on fire. It was running on all cylinders. They was not fucking around.
Now they only had 4 matches.
Yeah.
And shit, they did it AEW style. Fuck it, give me 4 matches. That's all you really need. Give me 4 matches in a segment that wasn't really necessary, but whatever. But
That's Triple H. He doesn't like going past 5 or 6 matches on a PLE.
that's fine.
But we started off about how we started off. We started off with the HBK kid. Well, you gotta call him an old man now. Like, because he had a hard time getting out there and everything. His knees won't let him get out there.
We can call him the Heartbreak Geezer.
Yeah, we had the Heartbreak Geezer coming out. Hey, if he say something about us, we already know he watching. But we had the Heartbreak Geezer come out and start it off. And then we had the Game come out. And the Game introduced us to 2 brand new titles. The women's title and the men's title. To me, they need to do all. To me, it's about time they do the. It's about time they do the goddamn North American title. They never.
Whoa. North American title's nice and pretty. Let's leave that belt alone. It looks pretty. It stays pretty.
They're gonna change it like every other title. They're all gonna change.
I know, but let's this North American title looks. If they put the same way as MJF and they put the American, like the state of America in the middle, like AEW, I'm like, you guys are not even trying. Come on.
Yeah.
$1 billion company, and you got to copy paste somebody else. If they do that, North American belt, I've liked it since Keith Lee. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It makes sense. You can put it on anybody, and it makes sense. And for 3 people watching, hit that like or hit a comment. Do you like the North American belt as is, or do you want to change it? Leave your comments down below. But the NXT belt, like even the tag team belts have been changed like 3 times over the span of the whole like development of NXT, and it's been from the big NXT, like the big NXT black and yellows, to like the small colored versions, now to this, to what it is now.
I heard they're bringing back the NXT women's tag titles.
Good. Wait. They already did. Doesn't Bianca and this girl got it?
No, Bianca and Jade have the WWE tag team women's title.
Okay, my bad. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking down where it says YouTube for Mr. Flint, is actually Mr. Flint, not Mr. Line. I want to put that out there. I gotta fix that out later in post. Anyway, okay, fine. Then bring the NXT tag team. But you know what? Hold up. See, that's a problem. You have 25 women and then an NXT tag title belt. Fine. You make maybe 6 teams.
Yeah.
7 at the most. That's 14 girls. You still got 7 other girls ain't doing shit. Like
they have teams already together.
I think they should bring the women's trios. If they're gonna do it like that, do it like that. Like if 2 girls don't work, put 3 together. Put it the Russo style. Put 2 girls, and the third girl might be a beautiful girl or a sauna for the pudding. I don't know, man. Either way,
2 girls, 1 cup.
Hey,
I'm not saying that, Joe. This is Dennis's. Let's not get no.
Hey, Joe. Hey, you started off evil already. Hey, look, let's 2 minutes, bro. We know what we gonna jump into, but to me, I was surprised Nikita Lyons didn't get into the situation because especially the first.
She's not fully there yet.
She's not okay. No, I mean, like I was just saying, like Corey Jade, it was dope to see her. I would have liked to see Corey Jade do some independent instead of like her joining with.
Hold on, no, we gotta talk about the damn match before we go at the damn. Come on now, damn. All right, shit.
I got too excited, man. Stop me.
I know. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold up, I got it. It's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's work backwards.
Okay.
And then we'll do the play-by-play. Mr. D-Walk, what do you rate this match before the reveal of whatever the fuck that girl's name was?
I thought it was dope. I thought it was dope.
Julia versus Roxanne Perez. We'll talk about the play-by-play and everything else, but let's talk about the ratings first. D-Walk.
I give it an A. I'm not even gonna lie. I give it an A. They was the way, like, it was a technical. It was a female technical wrestling match. Like, to me, this match was dope to me.
Okay.
Like it was almost watching like a Chris Benoit Bret Hart match to me.
More or less.
Because it was technical.
I like the reference.
It was technical. Like they was met. It was like a damn technical wrestling. Man to man. They knew the surroundings. When Roxanne Perez hit the pop rocks on Julia, she rolled out the ring. It was like they knew what was going on. That's why I said that. It was dope.
Yeah. Now, before I continue, Joe, what was your rating of the match? Or you want me to say the play-by-play first? Because I actually got drunk yesterday and wrote down everything. It's really amazing.
I enjoyed
back with the old days.
I enjoyed the match. I wasn't very happy with the ending, but I kind of had a feeling they were going to do some hokey shit to drag it out.
Yeah,
I was hoping they would have started the show off with a little shock value.
Yeah,
having Julia upset Roxanne.
Yeah,
you could have had Cora Jade come out and like fuck up and trip Roxanne instead and cost her the match.
Yeah, but I don't understand is why is Cora Jade and why is Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade cool with each other? And which in general, they wasn't cool with each other back in the day. So why would they be cool? Why would it just make me mad like how she interfered in the match and she fucked it up for whatchamacallit?
For Julia.
For Julia, she fucked it up for Julia. And what she wasn't cool with Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
And which in general though, like that don't make sense.
It's because Cora Jade's a heel.
Okay.
And Roxanne Perez, when they fought, was a face.
Okay.
And Roxanne Perez is a heel now. And Cora Jade said that she enjoys this new Roxanne Perez. She's like, I've always known you've had it in you.
Yeah. Now, before we continue, because we'll talk about that in a second, because I have the video for that reveal, I would like to say the play-by-play. And this is actually you're going to see Dennis blush again in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, by sound, mind, and body, I said this from voice to text yesterday about the match. So I have not read this until right now. Here we go. Highlights for Julia and Roxanne Perez, because we're not giving it credit, ladies and gentlemen. Good start in the beginning. People try to do their finishes. Good arm drag, good fluidity, no box, no counters before commercial. In the first 3 minutes, both of these ladies try to do their finishers. Roxanne for the pop rocks, Julia with that weird type of like behind the arm type of like it looks like the big ending. It looks like the big ending, but the woman's hand, the woman's arms behind is behind the back, like just on Julia's shoulders. I haven't seen her special yet to kind of like figure it out. Roxanne Perez doing a suicide dive to outside and trying to capitalize. But for every move that she does, Julia just feels like it doesn't do anything to her. For every move Roxanne Perez did, Julia made me remind myself of Asuka. Julia's a headbutt wrestler. Very Benoit, using her head for everything. Headbutts, diving headbutts, everything. And I respected that. Now, Roxanne, Julia does a dragon suplex off the top rope, which was fucking awesome because she did it. She got a 2. Julia said, you know what? I'm going to take your ass to the top rope, do a dragon suplex off the top rope. And she did it for a 2. Then, which I love this, she does her version of the Rings of Saturn. Shout out to Saturn. I love that. And and then Roxanne Perez does her pop rocks, as Dennis said. And then Julia transitions the Rings of Saturn into the Daniel Bryan special, which I love that. So she can't do the Rings of Saturn. She transitions into the other version. Now, Julia on the outside does a Northern Lights bomb to Roxanne Perez, which looked beautiful. And I quote, And I have to say, thank you, Dennis, for bringing the spirit of wrestling back into me because I have a new notepad on my phone and I'm writing down the play-by-play. Like if I was in the other place back of the day, this match has been really good so far between Julia and Roxanne. End quote. I said that yesterday drunk, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, Alex,
Yes.
didn't I tell you you'd be very impressed with Julia when she came in?
Yeah.
Julia, no. Let me finish this out though. Someone mysterious DDTs someone on the outside. Roxanne Perez does her special and wins. It is revealed that it was Cora Jade that attacked Julia. Okay, that's what we're talking about. And ladies and gentlemen, before I answer that question, we have the reveal.
Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, thanks to an old friend, retained the NXT Women's Championship.
Okay. Julia reminds me of a female Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
With a little bit of Benoit, and she uses her head like a Samoan.
Mhm.
Very unique in that style,
Yeah.
but she's Japanese because you
but
don't
very
do a dragon
colorful
suplex
like
off the top.
Asuka.
Huh?
Very, very colorful like Asuka.
Very
Yeah.
colorful like Asuka, but you don't do a dragon suplex unless you're fucking Dragon Bryan, like Daniel Bryan off the top rope. You don't do that shit. Like I don't see anybody else doing dragon suplexes except
How
for
many
Ospreay or
women?
maybe, like,
Do that?
That's what I mean. Like I like her style. She's a little bit of like Benoit because she uses her head a lot and everything. Like if
Yeah.
you try to kick her in the head,
Yeah,
she's like,
yeah.
bitch, bah, it hits you again. And that's what. Yes.
But this is another topic that I've brought up many times. This is why all wrestlers should be doing a 6 to a month to a year tour in Japan and Mexico, because look at how good she is. She wrestled in Mexico and Japan, and look at how fucking good she is.
But she's a Japanese wrestler by heart, and you know those girls are trained by before they even hit puberty.
But still, how much do you think it would benefit the American wrestlers to have a 6-month tour of Mexico and Japan?
It benefited fucking Roxanne. It was a semi-flawless match.
Yeah,
I would respect that. You took a Northern Lights bomb to the outside and you got up. Congrats.
Dragon
Like,
suplex from the top rope.
Yeah, like that. That's if the Blue Girl. That's if the Blue Girl fought. Sorry, Dennis. That's if the Blue Girl fought Asuka in the first match, and Blue Girl had a fucking badass match. Like, holy shit!
Sky Blue.
No. Remember back in NXT, back in the old days, there was a girl called the Blue Pants.
Oh yeah.
What if Blue Pants had a fight with Asuka on her first match, and she had like a fucking 5-star match on her first match? That's how I felt Roxanne Perez was against Julia. Roxanne Perez is a Saiyan, adaptable, but it really felt like Goku versus Jiren. You against somebody that you have no idea where the fuck you coming from. And if it wasn't for Cora Jade, Julia would have won outright. There was no doubt on that match. Roxanne Perez was just like slightly under a level of Julia. Slightly under a level. And it showed. And I respect those two workers, one from Japan, one raised by CM Punk and American wrestling, and they meshed well. Wrestling. Dennis, your thoughts?
Wrestling is coming back. Wrestling is real. To me, that this Julia and Roxanne Perez match, it was dope. It was dope. And the outcome of the match, I looked at it, it was dope. It took me a couple of times for me to listen to Joe and listen to y'all, just to be like, okay, she didn't get pinned. Like, she had to have help to lose the match. So she still looked strong in the match. When Cora Jade did what she did and threw her back in the ring, she still looked strong in there because she didn't lose fair and square.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that keeps Julia sort of strong, sorta. But it for me, fantasy booking, it should have been like I told you, Dennis.
I gotta jump off, bro. Hold on, give me 1 sec.
Gotcha.
But again, the fact that they had to book it the way that they booked it,
Yeah.
to where Cora Jade had to interfere to cost Julia the match, just shows that Roxanne can't beat her on her own.
No, the whole match showed that Roxanne couldn't beat her on her own. Like Roxanne tried everything in the book that she always does against every other player. Welcome back, D-Walk. And it didn't work. It actually pissed off fucking Julia and made her stronger, like Goku versus Jiren. If it wasn't for Cora Jade coming out of fucking nowhere, and again, I would have accepted it if it was Stephanie. If it was Stephanie coming in like, hey, you guys forgot about me. I showed myself on the last NXT before we went to CW. It should make sense that you come out on the fucking CW and cost the match, which would then turn it into a 3-way for the next pay-per-view.
Which would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Because Julia and Stephanie McCoy and Julia have wrestled each other.
And that's fine.
And
you make it
those matches are fucking fire.
Yeah. But then you make the stock of Roxanne Perez stronger because Roxanne Perez fights Stephanie and Julia. She'll lose, whatever. But then she goes up to the main roster. Then you do a nice little rivalry between Stephanie and Julia, and then everybody else that wants to jump in, Fatal Attraction, freaking all the other girls, Lola Vice, Jada Parker, everyone that lost can retry against Julia and or Stephanie because they can get the belt for a month, at least a month and a half, and then
I'm going to tell you right now, WWE is getting smart because they're booking, they're signing international talent. They're not just sticking to the United States. They're signing international talent from other promotions like Stardom, like New Japan, and like AAA. They're doing the right thing by going outside the box and getting people from different organizations outside of the U.S.
Yes, Dennis. Oh, okay. But no, you're right. You're right. Like because the AEW would just pick them up anyway. If it's not WWE, it's AEW. And I want to I already gave the rating to the match. It was a good match. Dennis gave it a good match. I think there should be a part 2. I don't want to see a tag team between Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez and Stephanie and Julia. Then you'll see like a little division between those two. I don't want to see that. I'd rather see a simple triple threat.
So
Roxanne, Julia, Stephanie for the belt next pay-per-view.
So here's what they're going to do. They're going to stretch it out. They're going to do Stephanie McCoy versus Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
Cora Jade is going to fuck that up. Julia's going to come in and help. They're going to make a match with Julia and Stephanie McCoy versus Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez tag match. They're going to do that. And then they're going to have a number 1 contenders match with Vakor and Julia, and it's going to be a draw.
Yeah,
and that's going to set up the triple threat.
And then that's what sucks. Like your first 2 women, who are the strongest women right now in the whole division, are going to lose on their first matches, just so that in the long run they can win the belts. But now you have 2 powerhouses. You have King Kong and Godzilla, and I'm sorry to say this because one's Japan. I'll just say one's the other. Are going to go after the belts. Once Roxanne leaves, it's going to be a fucking power vacuum to see who gets the belt. And a power vacuum between those 2 girls alone, because no one else is strong. If no one else beat Roxanne Perez, then sure as shit, no one's going to beat Julia and fucking Stephanie.
And we're not even talking. And we're not even talking about the fucking vignette that they played later on in the show.
Which one?
The one for the new woman coming. You know who that is?
There was a fucking. What the hell was that? I didn't see that.
You didn't see the vignette when the chick was walking down the highway?
No, but wait. We'll cut it right there so I can remember the timestamp. And backstage segment.
I'll talk about that in a minute.
I got that backstage segment. Backstage, CM Punk and Trick Williams comes to the ring.
Oh yeah,
and Ethan Page as well. We have coming up next, Zachary Wentz versus Wesley. Highlights backstage before the match. Fraser and Axiom are playing NXT on 2K24 on those social games. They're complaining and arguing. They lost the belts to the Grayson Waller felt. They lost the belts to the animated versions of Theory and Waller. And they're like, you know what? And then Frazier leaves and comes back. You know what? Let's try one more time. You know, and he apologized, and they're gonna try it again. Backstage, Ava and CM Punk was talking about the match of the main events when Lexis King came in and started talking about CM Punk. He is trying to be better, and that his father and Ora Mensa cheated. CM Punk tell him to fight who you are born against, or can you be like you are genetically born to be? And before the match, there was a montage of themselves and the fights that they had leading up to the street fights. That was the backstage segments. What were your thoughts on that, D-Walk?
I'm gonna say like this. Until Lexis King turned Brian Pillman Jr., I will never approve of this promo because he acting like him, but he a different person.
Yep. Joe, your thoughts on the backstage segment and the fact that Lexis King put a star on the side of his head? Because that's what happened. And also the fact that we bring up the subject, ladies and gentlemen, check out our past episodes where we talk about that Lexis King is using his daddy, but not acknowledging his daddy, which is a major disrespect on the part of fathers. So go, Joe.
I don't know, man. I just don't know what the hell they're doing. I really want them to do something with Lexis King differently. I really want them to step up and do something completely different. I don't like the way that they're portraying him.
Hey, hold on. What up, though? What's going on?
Yeah, you're
still here.
All right.
I got you, man. You're good.
No, all right. Yeah. Not good. Yeah, what's happening?
We're talking about Lexis King. Do you hear us?
No, yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Like you said, you talked about that Lexis King. Joe kind of said the same thing, and we all come to the conclusion that Lexis King needs to either say his dad's name, change his name, either or, because it's getting ridiculous.
Oh no, I know what you're trying to do. I'm on live right now.
Hello to the person listening and talking on the phone. We love you. Stay safe.
But yeah, I agree. I don't like what they're doing with them, man. I really want them to do something else. I really want them to change the direction of things.
Why can't you call yourself Lexis Pillman? Just stop calling yourself Lexis King. Like, you gotta stop. Like, it doesn't make no damn sense. You keep bringing up your dad.
Why doesn't he come out and like? Why doesn't he come out and like burn the outfit? Burn the outfit.
Burn his hair. He needs to burn his fucking hair. All those fucking designs. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
He should come out. He should come out looking different, and then fucking burn the outfit and fucking say Lexis King is dead.
Yeah.
And the only one left is Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah. Shave the side of that face. Shave the side of your head where the star is, and just start anew.
Right. I agree.
That's all you gotta do.
I don't like it. I think he needs to do a big change.
A real big change. I mean, like it's the real big difference. Like,
did they pull that shit?
So what?
That promo? Did they pull it?
What promo?
The one I was telling you about. I was trying to find it so I could send it to you, but I think they pulled it.
Yeah, I don't remember that. And I was watching that basically 95% of the whole thing. Like, obviously there was cuts, but that's what it was
a trailer of a woman walking down like a highway, and it had a road sign that was split, and left was like to a different highway, and straight was to NXT, and she stopped straight, and all you saw was her back facing NXT.
Now, question before we get to the next subject: were you, in fact, at that time when you saw that said promo, drinking, smoking, or half asleep? Just asking. Respectfully.
No. I watched it, and I actually watched it again later in the evening when I woke up again. I watched it again it was on WWE.com.
Okay. Well, we'll find out later. If you can find it, we'll put it out there, and then tomorrow on Saturday we'll show the famed Ark of the Covenant video that you're talking about.
The name of the woman is Delta.
Delta. Who the fuck is Delta? That name sounds familiar.
She's coming from Australia, like Rhea Ripley. She's huge. She's kind of like Beth Phoenix size.
Okay. I think I've heard about that name Delta. It's kind of anyway. Next up, D-Walk. Zachary Wentz versus Wesley street fight. Let's talk about it like you said.
What do you think about it, bro?
I have the highlights for the video, so tell me when you're ready, and I'll press the button.
I'm ready now. Let's go. Because they got nasty, they got gritty witty. God damn it, like they got wild. It was a hardcore match. It was like a Mankind / Chainsaw Charlie match.
I will. You know what, Joel? Give me a second. I actually like this match because they incorporated the concept of a street fight and took it to the max. This is a street fight, so you got to beat the crap out of each other. This is a blood feud, so you got to beat each other up more. They used all weapons. I actually have the highlights here, and I actually watched it. Shout out to the Invisible Woman. She's out there chilling out with her sister. The first thing that she texted me while she was watching this live was a picture of a shopping cart. I was like, why are you showing a picture of a shopping cart? And I wrote down here, Zachary slams shopping cart into Wesley outside in the corner. So I do like that. By the way, before this match even happened, backstage, Jada and Lola were fighting, and Kaylani came in the middle to try to stop them from fighting. Okay. By the way, this match sucked because of the wooden panels. Your thoughts about that, D-Walk? Like there were some tables, but there was just these wooden panels that were like they would hold them, and they would try to do these. Like, it fucking sucked. Like, oh god, Joe, your thoughts on the match?
It was a good match. It was definitely a good match. I enjoyed the match. The hardcore match was definitely good. I give both guys a lot of credit for what they did. They went over the top a little bit. The wood panels were definitely a bit much, though.
Oh, we found it, ladies and gentlemen. We found it. Mr. Joe Bencio found the freaking video.
Yes, sir.
Since we can't show it, I'm gonna put it out here, ladies and exclusive. We're gonna hear it together. See if I can find it. Here we go. This is not mine. This is owned by WWE, so they're not, We see a woman with straps on her arms. She's totally red. You know what? No, it's Eva Marie. That's what that is. It's the return of Eva Marie. That's what you're trying. Joe, you fooled me.
Hey, Eva Marie. You're way too big to be Eva Marie.
She's all red with a dog. That's so Eva Marie. I'm kidding.
I'll send you a picture of her.
I'm kidding, ladies and gentlemen. She looks pretty. She looks thick, and another thick girl in wrestling. That's great.
She's big, man. She's like I said. She reminds me of Beth Phoenix.
Yeah. For the highlights, when Mr. D-Walk comes back, Wesley suicide dives. Zachary Wentz folds wooden panel in front of him. Before a commercial, Zachary and Wentz jumped into wood panel held by chains on the table, held by chairs. Back from commercial, we get to see this. Well, I'm a little bit. Sorry about that.
And we talk about who is going to be crazy enough to do whatever it took. It's going to be Zachary Wentz. Oh, man. Going all up, man. Going all up. These two said it would end tonight. Dragging Wesley into the cover. Wesley.
You're going to do it, Vic. The best of friends normally make the bitter of enemies. Is he going to do it, Vic? Is he going to do it? Oh, my God, man.
Chain wrapped around the face of Wentz, and Wesley survives. Here is your winner, Wes Lee.
Oh, that's what I got over here. Oh, by the way, Swanton on the trash can by Wes Lee, 2 counts.
Yeah.
Zachary puts a trash can on top of Wesley and starts beating his ass with a kendo stick. Wesley double stomp on the spine of Zachary Wentz while he was on the chair. Wesley double knees wrapped around with chains. Zachary went for the chair for the win. So there you go. Your thoughts of the ending and rating, Mr. D-Walk?
It was dope. I'm not gonna lie, like that was a real life street fight right there. Wesley, Carson Wentz. They had to give it to Wesley.
Yeah, Joe said this. You needed a rubber match. That will again, but that was like what Joe rating and what will be the rubber match? What's the stipulation?
That was a rubber match.
That was a rubber match? No, Zach.
Yeah,
no, Zach
no, they were tied 1-1.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
When the fuck did Wesley? Wait, hold up. Zachary won 1, and that was the match they had last pay-per-view. Wesley won this one.
They wrestled on NXT. They wrestled on TNA. Remember?
That doesn't count. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a rubber match on NXT. Oh my God, Joe, you're gonna try to count TNA? Come on now.
They're doing collabs. You gotta count them both.
We can't. Not with WWE standards. TNA is something that we use, but we don't use enough. That's it.
That partnership might be dying. That partnership might be dying soon.
You almost got me, Joe. You almost got me. So there's a rubber match coming in the future.
You know why the partnership. You know why the partnership with TNA and NXT might be over with?
Because of Santino Marella. I know.
Yep.
I know. But either way, rating of the match. What did you rate this?
I'll give it an A. It was a good match. I like pain and punishment.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on this show for almost more than 2 months. We have never, and you know this, Dennis, we have never had consistent A's back to back.
No.
Never.
Never.
Christmas up in this.
That's okay. That'll change in the next match.
Hold on. What's the next match? Hold up. Now we're gonna check my notes. My drunken notes here. Backstage, which is kind of weird because this is kind of stupid. This was like, okay, I'm gonna put this out right now. All right. Backstage, they show this the CW network token people before they go to the Miz TV segment. Miz segment with Obafemi and Tony D'Angelo, aka the Don. Tony D'Angelo coming out with the same fucking clothes as the movie Scarface.
Yeah.
Same exact fucking clothes. So that was pretty fucking cool. And I'm gonna switch up right here. Here we go. Okay, there you go. Miz TV and Oba D'Angelo segment. Dennis, take it away if you remember what they said. I only have a little bit of notes. That's it.
We like I said, we had Miz. We had Miz being like the
Moderator.
how you call it, the mediator.
The moderator.
Yeah.
Mediator, moderator, whatever. Between Tony D'Angelo and Obafemi. To me, Obafemi still have Tony D'Angelo shook. Like I said, we still going through this Rocky theme. Like, of course, like it's a Rocky theme. So yeah, that's how it's going.
Right go. Joe, your thoughts? I'll say mine afterwards.
We are going through the Rocky theme, which would be Rocky lost the first fight and then won the second.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going on that theme, then that means that the Don is going to win next week.
Mm.
But I don't think he's going to because of what's going on in wrestling.
Yeah. They're merging Rocky
Okay,
3
so-
and 4.
No,
So-
okay. This is my question right here. So, do y'all see Obafemi losing and then going to the NXT title, or do y'all see him keeping the NXT title, keeping the North America title, and dominating? And do y'all see him like dominating Trick? Do y'all see him coming towards Trick, dominating him and winning it? How do y'all see it?
Nah, they don't want to do that. I'm going to keep my comments to myself.
I see that happening. Look. Okay, look. When you got something dominant,
Listen, sir.
dominant and it's dope.
Yeah.
Why not have it? Why not have come like a dominate Trick?
I guess if you want to imitate life, we can do that.
But he won it twice already. Look. He won it twice already. So his time is due, so he could move up. You see
No.
Oba beating Trick. That'd be dope.
No. The reasons why I'm saying no is because they are heavily playing the race card right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, Joe. Right now, it would look bad if two black people fought for the belt.
Yeah, black
Even
on
if
black
one
crime.
has the belt. Yeah.
So you rather see?
Yeah.
So you rather see Tony D'Angelo win?
No,
over
Oh, he's not winning. He's not
I would
winning.
like
We'll
to
talk about
see.
that right
I
now.
would like to see the Don win, but that's not going to happen because of all this controversy bullshit that's going on in WWE right now.
That's
So
right.
where do you see Trick? Where do you see where it happened with Oba? Like, can you see Oba winning like both titles, the North American and the World title and NXT title, or can you see Oba winning like the main title? How's it gonna go?
I don't know.
They're gonna try to have African American representation across the board to stop the hate that's coming from all these other outlets. They're trying to stop this by having bad press. They're trying to turn it around by having positive press. So
see, that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, Joe, because that's gonna hurt them in the long run. Because NXT,
it is
like hardcore fans, like me, you, and Dennis, we watched this because of the storyline. Tony should win, and Oba should go up, and Oba should go up to the main roster. Go on, Joe.
Correct.
Go on, Joe.
He should go for the world title against Trick.
I think Oba's a special case where if he loses, you take him up to the main title, like me and Dennis talked about this offline, and let him just like dominate something, anything, really.
They gotta make up. They gotta make up
for Jay.
since Dragunov is hurt now.
Yeah.
Why don't you have him do an Asuka?
What do you mean?
Give the belt up and just go to the main roster. Say nobody. I've beaten everybody. I've beaten everybody here. Nobody can beat me.
Yeah.
And here, take this title. I'm going on to bigger and better things. I don't need this anymore.
Go on,
Dennis. It haven't been in a dominant way. If Braun Breaker did it, it could have been cool. Yeah. But I can't see Trick doing it. Like
I think Oba can do it. I think
I'm talking about Oba, not Trick.
That's another year.
We're talking about Oba.
Yeah. Go on.
Okay, we're talking about him being dominant, and then just being like, "Look, I've beaten everybody. Nobody can beat me. Take this title. I'm leaving. I'm going to the main roster. There's no competition here. I need more. I need better competition."
Yeah, but even then, that would say that he beat Trick and went after the belt, because North American belt is fine. But for him to be like a Thanos, he has to go after the Trick's belt. He has to go after new quarter catch crew's title. He has to go after the tag team just because and find a stupid partner to be with him. Like, if he wants to be all that, like, if I think Oba is meant for great things, but in order for him to go to the main roster, I want him to be a Thanos and have all the belts, and then say, you know what? Like you said, I dominated everybody. I have nothing else to do. I'm out of here. And then all those belts can go up in tournaments. Because what you need right now, ladies and gentlemen, is highlights of wrestlers that you have in the back eating catering for free. Set them the fuck up. Not the guy with the glasses. You can keep that guy in the back. Anybody else? Urkel, yeah. Urkel can sit in the back. Okay. There's no, you are the clone of Kurt Angle's son. Let's be real, with glasses. You look just like him.
OTM can stay in the back too.
I'm not saying that, but rating of this segment, Mr. D-Walk, before this guy goes into,
I give it like I give everything like at least fucking A minus because it was hot. It was dope.
Okay, Mr. Joe.
I'm not going with an A on this one. I'm going to go with a B minus.
Okay, I respect that. Highlights.
Segment kind of fell a little flat.
Okay, I get that. Same for me. I'm not giving it an A. I give it like a B minus, a C. For me, a C because highlights Tony playing into the crowd, acknowledging almost having power. Oba says that he is inevitable, and he tells him that he's still broken, which means that he is dominated over the conflict between the TV, between everything else. The Miz was just there as a medium. He didn't talk that much. He didn't do anything at all except just be a body. It was a waste of time. You could have done that with anybody else in a contract signing, but you just wasted time. So the Miz, again, it was one of the most highly. This episode was. I talked about this with Dennis. I'm sorry I couldn't get the thumbnail for this, but this NXT was the most highly rated episode throughout the whole year. This was the episode that everyone watched. So I want to put that out there.
We're gonna get into this. We almost ready to get into this. The third shit match of the night.
Hold up now. Backstage.
Or backstage.
Backstage, Cora Jade says that she's back. Roxanne Perez comes out of nowhere and says, "You look like you're a champion. I'm happy you're welcome." And she says, "Thank you." They says that your enemy is my enemy, so let's team up. Jada Parker and Lola Vice, fatal attraction match. Kaylani Jordan is on commentary. I don't know why, but before we continue, I have to remember this. 52-30. Lola J versus Fatal Attraction match. Dennis, your highlights of big booties and gator rolls, which they were things.
It was interesting, but at the same time, like it was like it's gonna be a betrayal. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's gonna be a betrayal. Like, they don't get along. There's gonna be a betrayal.
Yeah, I get that. Joe, your thoughts on the match? I have highlights here, so we're good.
Shit.
Wow.
The match was shit.
I couldn't even get my damn box of cigarettes. Motherfucker, damn. Okay, shit. Okay.
Match was fucking trash. That match was fucking garbage.
Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the sensible one in this group, and I'm
should have stayed back and catering all of them.
All right, highlights. Lola Vice does gator rolls. Jada Parker doing her special on both their opponents in the corner of the ring, which is the booty thing. She does the booty thing.
She did it all match. Ass. I
know. Jada Parker left Lola Vice try to do some offense, but Fatal Attraction won. After the match, this fucking happens. Why?
I didn't exactly come to Chicago alone.
What the hell? Can I get a sucky down? What the hell? Quack. The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions are on the CW premiere here on NXT. The hosts of Bad Blood are dropping This is not fair, bitch. It's fair. It's about checks and championships. And then the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Jade Cargill, the NXT Bianca Belair. Come on. stand out. A Booker look who is standing tall now.
Had to relive that trash again.
Yeah, shucky ducky.
Kalani Jordan's
D-Walk.
new name is going to be Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls.
Hold up now.
Wow.
Hold up now. D-Walk, your thoughts on the reveal of the 2.5 Titans? You yawning for a reason.
It was I kind of want to say it was surprising, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Mm.
But at the same time, it was like they needed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like they needed it because
But it's going back to that race card shit again. They're throwing more of it down your throat. It's like they're trying to make up for them fucking up, and it's like it's obvious. Stop it! Stop it! You are
okay. So, hey Joe,
don't
the
do it.
race car
Stop
thing.
it. Yeah,
The race car thing. Let's
we broke it down.
Let's
Remember,
get
we
your
talked
point,
about
bro.
how many people are on the main roster. There's not enough black talent on the main roster. They had somebody and they blew it. They had Bobby Lashley and they fucking squashed him. Right? D-Walk?
D-Walk's
Hello?
frozen. No,
Oh,
he'll be
shit.
back. He'll be back. No, you're right, and that's the point we talked about at NXT. Like they're doing this shill. There you go. He's back. They're doing
Yeah.
this shill and dance to prove the fact that we have all these strong black women. Like we're not talking about black women in wrestling. We're not talking about that at all. Y'all got that in spades. That's
Yeah.
fine.
I brought that shit up. I brought the black talent up. We talked about black talent on PUWF.
Yeah.
And there's only like 11 on the main roster, and that's including women.
Yeah.
And
Nothing
6 of them are
against them.
tag teams.
Yeah, nothing against them at all. Nothing. I can't get
That's-
mad
No,
at
I
that.
agree.
You brought the logic, Joe, and it makes sense. Like there's too many in NXT, and there's not a lot in the main roster. Like
No.
and bringing them up now would be a detriment because they're not ready at all.
No.
Jaden Parker's not ready. Freaking Kaylani's not ready. Like the two black guys in the tag team attacking Sean Spears are not ready. Ashanti
Yeah.
should stay in NXT until he dies.
Sure.
So
Sure, I agree with that. Trick and Oba are the closest two that they're ready, but taking them out of NXT right now is just going to hurt NXT.
it's a power vacuum.
Yeah, and you're not going to, and on top of that, you're not going to help NXT by taking those two guys away, and you're not helping those two guys by moving them up too quickly.
Yep. And you have Ethan Page, you have Sean Spears, you have Grayson, you have all these guys that are not of the African American descent, and you're gonna push them up because of storyline. But guess what? You have Javon Evans, which Joe does not like. But in the end result, speaking of which, we have a backstage segment talking about Javon Evans and Randy Orton respecting each other, but saying that they're gonna win. Thoughts on this? Just to D-Walk before I go to Joe, because Joe's gonna shit on this like a freaking alien in space.
Randy Orton is about to shit on Javon Evans. I'm just saying, RKO out of nowhere is coming on Javon Evans.
Bro, he talked about it. He said, I want to see what kind of RKO I'm going to hit you with to make you into a highlight reel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they replayed all of his greatest hits.
So what's that telling you?
I'm telling you, if they have Javon Evans over Orton, then you're truly seeing that whole thing coming into play. Because there's no way that bag of bones is beating Randy Orton.
Randy Orton did used to be a bag of bones back in the day, though.
Randy Orton was always bigger, though. Always. Even when he first started, when he was doing the frog splash cross body block, when he had the Orton News Report gimmick when he hurt his arm.
But he's like, what, 220?
Yeah.
Back then, no, he was like 235, 240.
No, back then he was like 220.
He was still big. He was still double the size of Javon Evans.
But the point that we're saying here is that there are counters for RKOs. It's been proven of that, so I'm not really worried about that. The fact that you said that is a race controversy happening, Javon's gonna win. And again, you can put it like like he gets RKO'd, Cedric comes in to kind of distract, he gets RKO'd, Javon rolls up. 1, 2, 3. Simple.
But it's a win-win if Javon lose, he can say, okay, I'll wrestle the Viper.
No, Javon ain't losing. Not on no. Sorry, dude. Javon ain't losing. Like Joe hates it, but Javon ain't losing. That's the way it's gonna go. He does not need to lose. He's lost enough. He does not need to lose. Either it becomes like a disqualification where both people are protected, or it becomes an interference where Javon wins.
Okay.
But he doesn't need to lose. Like Javon has lost in the last 2 months too many fucking times, and he just got a good showing in the Heritage Cup. Losing to Randy Orton would bury him even more. And if you're doing by this race controversy, nah. So he's gonna win. I'm putting $10 on a Russian bet site. I'm gonna put in Joe's name, and I'm gonna let it ride with Javon winning.
If there's one guy that I do not want to win, it's that guy. So hopefully he loses his shit.
Yeah. And we're gonna make a video saying Joe endorses Javon Evans. Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't get the video, but someone made a video when living with a wrestling boyfriend, and then she clapped, say his name, he appears, and he started clapping, and he came out of nowhere, and she's like, hey, you better clean this fucking dishes. He's like, fuck you, I ain't cleaning shit.
Damn.
You use Joe Hendry to bring my ass to the fucking living room. Fuck that shit. I'm going back upstairs. So don't use Joe Hendry's name is vain, okay? Because people are wrestling fans, but we're not stupid. After that, they show a montage of Ethan Page and him going to the ring. They show an intro for Trick Williams, then intro for Ethan Page. And here we go. Ethan Page versus Trick Williams.
Hold on, I gotta get my sweet potato pie.
Get it.
Damn.
That was racist, but okay. Well, not really. He likes sweet potato pie, ladies and gentlemen. That's not racist.
Eating a sweet potato pie from Bojangles, man. What do you?
Nice. Buen provecho. Nice. This was a very weird match because one, I was not trying to notice. I'm gonna say it's now no Diddy. I was trying not to notice CM Punk's fake dildo bulge, but he was everywhere with that. Good match. Ethan Page and Trick can work well together. There wasn't really a blood feud type of match, so I was kind of pissed at that. And CM Punk is asserting his dominance. That's what I wrote. That's it.
Hey, I bet you Triple H and Shawn Michaels put him up to it and said, I want you to put this in your pants. I want to see who actually notices it.
Everyone did. I did. As a normal human being, I didn't need to see your bulge. Even my girlfriend's like, I don't need to see CM Punk's dick. Yeah. My own girlfriend, who loves my own dick, ladies and gentlemen. Hi-yo.
No Diddy.
Okay.
Triple H and Shawn Michaels. That's something they would do. That's like a rib they would do. They'd be like, put this in your pants, walk around with it. We want to see what their kind of reactions you get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, flex it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the rub from Vince McMahon, ladies and gentlemen. They say they learned, but they didn't. They didn't. So
Degenerates around WWE.
I got the highlights here. CM Punk asserting dominance. Ethan Page trying to cheat. CM Punk caught him on that. Ethan Page asserting dominance before commercial. After commercial, Ethan does special on top of the table outside Trick Williams, so he gets hit. CM Punk grabs Trick Williams because he was trying to do something, and Ethan Page was trying to cheat, and CM Punk saw that. Ethan Page tries to do the special, but Trick Williams does. You know what? Let's let the tape say itself.
And it could be this, the ego's edge. He's already hit one through our announce table. Can he hit a second? And Page, no one home.
Is that an assist?
I don't know if it was or if it wasn't. But bam! He got it! Williams got the trick shot! Trick shot! Cover! Williams has done it! We got a new champion! Here's your winner and the new NXT champion, Trick Williams! Listen to this place! Chicago is on their feet!
Well, there we go. Trick Williams with a trick shot would I think CM Punk kind of like helped, so they might do another switcheroo and Ethan Page wins the belt again in a month, which I don't really need. But your thoughts on it, Joe?
I feel like they're going to have Ethan Page versus CM Punk
Why?
somewhere.
Why? Because then Drew's gonna come in. Like it actually would be like Ethan Page. Like I don't know.
Or
and D
or maybe Ethan Page gets involved in the Hell in a Cell.
They're gonna be the October's coming up, so there might be a Hell in a Cell match.
There is a Hell in a Cell. Drew versus CM Punk.
But why would you put a Trick versus Ethan? Because he's not gonna do double. He's not gonna do double digit. He's not gonna. Do double.
I'm talking about Ethan Page involving himself and costing CM Punk the match against Drew.
Yeah, he has vendetta. That makes sense. D-Walk, your thoughts on the match and the finish and CM Punk coming in?
What if this is where Obafemi fit in? What if Obafemi he dominate Trick?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
I mean, it would make sense now because again, you have CM Punk, you have Ethan Page involved. Now it's a clusterfuck. You got 4 people involved in this shit because Ethan Page is gonna tell CM Punk, "Hey, you fucked up my match." CM Punk is gonna fight Drew, as Joe said, and Ethan Page can jump in on that. Trick Williams is gonna get hell from Ethan Page because he's like, "No, I want a rematch because you cheated." Because CM Punk was on your side. So we're going to see a third Ethan Page versus Trick Williams match, which we don't need, but we're going to get it anyway. And this is probably going on till November.
It's going to
go on. What if
we
got Obafemi that Juggernaut?
Maybe.
Oh, also, not NXT related, but breaking news earlier today. Braun Strowman is actually injured after the match on Monday Night Raw. He injured his groin.
I'm not even surprised. That boy does crazy shit all the fucking time.
Did you see him? He jumped off the top rope to the outside.
He does crazy shit all the fucking time. What a surprise.
No, he got injured because of Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed gave him a Samoan drop, and that's when he injured his groin.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, he's probably going to be out a little while. Sorry, guys. Had to break that.
No. Quite all right. Because that's just how wrestling is in this world.
Injured performers.
I know. Dennis, your thoughts on the match?
A good match.
Match was okay. It was good. It was a lot better than that botchery of a women's tag match we had before it.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Didn't have a lot to live up to. I mean,
I'll give you
you're
that.
following a
Yeah.
shit women's tag match.
Yeah. No, I mean the women's tag match wasn't that bad. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad. And this match, I mean, some pay-per-views in NXT can go. I mean, this wasn't really a pay-per-view. This was kind of like a CW event. And
Yeah.
next week, remember, next week we're gonna get Kaylani,
Javon.
Bianca, and Jade versus Fatal Attraction. We're gonna get
Joy.
huh?
You know who's winning that match? You know who's winning that match?
I know. We're gonna see Oba versus the Dawn. We're gonna see
That's
this
a
is gonna be
toss-up.
third match. There's gonna be a third match next week. I forgot which one it is. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Axiom and Fraser versus Grayson Waller and Austin Theory.
And Javon versus Randy Orton.
Yes. So again, we're gonna get a lot of good matches coming up next week. Again,
Cool.
not a great match, but let's go from there. Final rating of the episode, Mr. D-Walk.
I got them. I give it a. I gotta give it a A. I got it because it was smoking the whole thing. It was smoking.
Okay. I respect that, Mr. Joe. Final grade. You did give not that much. Like you've been between A's and B's.
Except for that women's match, that really killed the grade.
Yeah.
That brought the grade down to a B minus.
Damn. Okay, I respect that.
Hey, at least you've been honest though.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a cutthroat. I'm like, I don't want to take it away from the three good matches of the night.
Yeah.
That's why I gave it a B minus, because it still deserved to get a decent grade, but not an A, because that women's tag match was terrible.
Yeah.
The whole thing was just awful.
It wasn't that bad.
It was terrible.
Wasn't that bad. It was a simple women's tag match. They do this shit all the time, every 2 weeks in NXT.
After seeing Julia and Roxanne Perez,
yes, I know.
And then watching a street fight with Wentz and Wesley, and then they put that crap on.
I know, not the greatest thing in the world, but you sometimes you can't get all the good meals.
Should have been a dark match before they went live.
I know, but I give this whole rating of an episode a B minus, because again, the tag team wasn't the strongest thing, but everything else was pretty strong. Lexis King didn't need to be there, but they're pushing the whole moon to him. And Obafemi promo wasn't that bad. Wasn't that great? Wasn't that bad? Wasn't that great? I respect that. Needs work. D-Walk, final thoughts before we get out of here? Well, not D-Walk. Joe, final thoughts on next week.
You're probably gonna have Jade Bianca and Kalani win. Javon Evans is gonna lose. Orton's gonna hit him with an RKO like from the fucking goddamn moon of some kind. They're probably going to give it to Obafemi.
Yeah.
Even though the Don does deserve to win. If they're doing the true Rocky angle, then the Don will win. But I with this whole crap that's going on, they're probably going to give it to Obafemi. And what was the other match?
Javon versus Randy, Kaylani and Bianca versus the Fatal Attraction. Axiom and Fraser versus Austin Theory and Waller.
Axiom and Fraser.
I think not, because Axiom and Fraser are a fucking cancer. Any tag team that goes around them breaks up. So I think this will be the one that will make Axiom and Fraser break up.
I think Theory and Waller are going to break up.
Yeah,
they've been teasing it for months.
Yeah, that's after the match. After they lose, I think Austin Theory is going to turn on Waller, and then Waller's going to turn babyface.
Nope.
Then
vice versa. Nope. They're going to be turning Theory babyface.
Okay, so then Waller would Austin Theory would lose. Okay, that makes sense. Austin Theory would lose the match. Waller would snap and then destroy him on NXT, and then they can have a rematch. That's fine. That works.
They want to make Austin Theory into like a John Cena. I feel like that's coming.
That's fine. That's fun. And ladies and gentlemen,
how do you guys feel about, real quick, how do you guys feel about Braun Breaker?
he's a good talent. He's trying his best. And I respect him for that.
How do you feel about them turning him babyface?
I know, but that was stupid. They did this whole like evil like villain thing against Sami Zayn, which obviously you can do that always. And then you turn him babyface, and now he's gonna fight Gunther. Like the internet community is also the same thing. Like I don't want to watch Braun Breaker versus. I don't want to watch Braun Breaker. Me personally, I don't want to watch Braun Breaker versus Gunther.
His uncle, he
They're
can
not
fit
ready for
both.
that
Like,
yet. Like, I
heel in
don't
the
need
face.
the anticipation for that shit. Not
He's
yet.
already beat Gunther.
That's what I mean. Like if I haven't even seen that match, and you're telling me that now, so that makes me feel like why do I want to watch that again?
He beat Gunther in NXT. He was the last person to beat Gunther before he went to the main roster.
So, and again, NXT people don't even watch that much. And then, either way, Dennis, before you get, what are your thoughts, final thoughts, and rating of the whole show?
Whole show, I give a rating. I'm gonna say I give it a B plus. It was hot. It was dope. It's a learning experience. Like I said, wrestling is coming back.
Yeah.
NXT, the entrance, the new ring music is done by 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
What you think about that?
Yeah, I didn't want to acknowledge that because I'm like, if I put the music on, we have the copyright. So yes, they have new music. It's
I
a lot of
wish it was-
montages. Yeah.
I wish it was old Lil Wayne. I want to be old Lil Wayne. Like this new Lil Wayne is.
He's like,
It's
I have to
not
prove
like-
myself, Little Wayne. Yeah, I know.
He wants drunk high Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I want what's in the fucking cup, Little Wayne. That's the
Yeah.
best Little Wayne. Yeah.
Stepping on
This
scissors, Lil
sober,
Wayne.
Yeah.
this is sober Jay-Z Lil Wayne. This is this Lil Wayne like Illuminati Lil Wayne. Like this Lil Wayne like I've been to Diddy parties Lil Wayne. I want old Lil Wayne.
Old Lil Wayne been to Diddy parties and just hit it.
I mean, everybody hearing about what's going on with the Diddy parties and everything. So
That's another
let's say
topic
if we end
all
up
together.
missing,
That's on Saturday.
let's
That's
say
on
we end
Saturday.
up missing.
Yeah.
Let's say we end up missing. We know what happened.
That's on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't see us on Saturday, find us from Detroit, West Virginia, Puerto Rico. Please save us. With that,
Sure.
D-Walk, take us away.
Thank you for coming in, visiting, hanging out with us. NXT D-Walk. We had the Invisible Man, Mr. Joe Bianco, Joe BNCO. Let's go home. We are home. Like, we talking about wrestling. We love wrestling. This is something we love. This is some of the passion that we have. And we just trying to spread it. Mr. Invisible Man, let's go home.
This Saturday, PWF, we're going to have some crazy topics to talk about. So go check us out on Mr.Flint810 on YouTube and Joe BNZO on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
The spaceship of life.
I step in the ring, it's NXT time. D-Walk on the mic, gonna blow your mind. We bring the energy, the crowds go wild. We stay on top, we never back down. We break the boundaries, push the limits. NXT wrestling, we the epitome of brilliance. From the mat to the mic, we bring the fire. D-Walk's the name, I'm the rhyme supplier.
In a square